You don't miss the man until he comes. And ain't no money coming in. Hello, I know some of y'all say, well, if he's not there, I demand you to give me some money. But I'm glad to know who I am. Because if I couldn't be at the house, would be no money coming in, honey. Hello? Y'all not hearing me yet. I couldn't fund everybody. I couldn't be working for the city. Y'all, I can't think of his name. You know the man used to sing that song, Just Enough for the City. And I owe all my money to the company store. Can't do that. Read, Sister May, let me get out of here before I get in trouble.
33 and
13 and 30 to 3. That's the book of Numbers. Numbers the 13th chapter, the 30 to the 33rd verse. It reads. Caleb, let me tell you who Caleb was. Caleb was one of the most trusted men of Moses. That's who Caleb was. Caleb was one of Moses' lieutenants. But he wasn't the main lieutenant.
yes.
Joshua was the main lieutenant. And the Bible goes on, it says, but Joshua and Caleb had another spirit. See, in the church you got to have another spirit. And you got to be, when you have another spirit, you got to have a spirit of the Lord. A spirit of being willing to hear what the Lord is saying.
Yes.
Read, Sister Mays.
And Caleb stilled the people before Moses and said, let us go up at once.
Listen what he said now. Listen, we're going into a land that's already given to us.
And possess it.
This is already ours.
Yeah. For
Already ours. And all we got to do now is go up and possess it. If God gives you something, it's your job to go and possess it. I don't care how it looks, how blue it may look, or how bad it may look. If God has given it to you, it's yours. That song said a minute ago, it has my name on it. And if your name is on it, Willie Bob can't get it. That's what messed up most of us in this world.
Yes.
We always think just because we go public, they just jealous. Don't worry about jealous folks. They can be jealous all they want to.
yes. Yes.
But one thing about it, they can't get what you got. Hello? If it belongs to you, it's yours. But if you stole it, it's not yours. Am I right? But if it's yours, it has your name on it. And so what he said, now let us go up and possess this land.
For we are well able to overcome it.
We well able. This is what Caleb said. We well able. We able to take what belongs to us because our name is on it.
But the men that went up with him said, we be not able to go up against the people.
Listen,
For
scared folks, people that are afraid, they said we're not able to go up against these men.
For they are stronger than we.
These men are stronger than we are. They're so mighty that we're not able to take these men out.
And they bought up an evil report of the land.
And they start lying.
Which,
You know, some of us can lie, you know. We go to church and we dance and we shout, but we still can lie. I don't know anything worse than a church lie. Hello?
yes.
Church liars. We can shout on one beat sometime and then go around lying and gossiping. But here's some people that were with Moses. These folks were with Moses and then they told a lie. They said, now listen, we ain't taking that land. These men are strong. And they brought back an evil report.
They brought back an evil report of the land which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, the land, the it is the land that eateth up the inhabitants thereof.
Other words, it said the land is so bad that it eat up everybody that live there. We can't go in this land. We cannot go into this land.
And all the people that we saw in it are men of great stature.
All the people that we saw here were giants. Giants. They were giants. These were men that were tall and stature, big and robust men. That we were like little midgets that stood on these men. And we cannot do anything. Read.
And there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants. And we were in our own sight as grasshoppers.
Look out now.
And so we were.
We were grasshoppers.
And so
we were grasshoppers between these giants.
Yes.
And all they had to do was just squash us.
Yeah.
Hello. Have you ever been in a situation where you thought that you was in a situation that people just squash you down? That you were nobody? But somehow you had enough faith to say, I can make it. And that's the way it was here with these men. They had somebody have to have some encouragement. Caleb had to have some encouragement. Read this man.
And so we were in their sight.
Go on, read.
14.
Yeah, read the 14th verse.
And all the congregation lifted up their voices and cried. And the people wept.
Listen.
They did not.
The people cried because they said, God had given us this land. And now this land is inhabited by giants. And we cannot get this land. He promised us milk and honey. And now we cannot get this land. We cannot possess this land. For there is a giant that keeps us away from this land. Read.
And all the children of Israel murmured against Moses and against Aaron.
And listen, this is where the people of the church starts. When they can't get what they want, they can't see the way of going to listen and what the preacher's saying, they start murmuring.
Yes.
And they started murmuring and saying, now listen, Moses, you brought us out here. You brought us out here now. We're going to stop to death. And you promised us that we're going to have a promised land. You promised us that we'll have even wells that we didn't dig. You promised us that we'll have houses that we didn't build. And here we are. We cannot even enter this land because of the giants that inhabited this land.
And the whole congregation said unto them, would God that we had died in the land of Egypt?
We should have stayed in the land of Egypt.
Or would God that we had died in this wilderness?
And if we'd have died out of here in the wilderness, and you know what happened? They got their wishes. They got their wishes. Everybody beyond the age of 21 years old did not go into the promised land except for Joshua and Caleb. Come on, talk to me. They kept up so much mess and confusion until Moses even backslid. He began to start saying stuff that he shouldn't have said. Hello, somebody. Aaron was the priest and he didn't make it. Come on, talk to me. But only Joshua and Caleb and the children was only the one that went into the promised land. Amen. Sometimes it get a little rough, but we believe everybody's report but God's report. They tell us that you can be healed, but you said the doctor said I got 2 days to live, and that's what you believe on what the doctor said. You got to learn how to believe God's report. Amen. You got to learn how to believe in the Lord. Amen. Exodus 23 and 1 said, thou shalt not rise a false report. Put not thy hand with the wicked to be unrighteous witnesses. Listen, we got to learn how not to get with other folks. Amen. Read Nehemiah, Sister May, 6 and 10. You see, we can get with the wrong folks and we can have the wrong Somebody said, well, the monster was in Sweego. And we got afraid. And we had a man by the name of Peanut. He had one eye. Some of y'all may remember Mr. Peanut. Yes. Don't you remember? Yeah, you remember. So Peanut got his gun out one night and something was in the tree.